This is the start of the lab practical for animals. We're going to begin with the male fetal pig. Phylum is Chordata, I believe. Can't really remember. Alright, so let's begin. So 4, we have the larynx, 3 is the trachea, 14 is the artery, 10 is the anterior vena cava, 12 is the pulmonary artery, 13 is the pulmonary vein, 7 is the right atrium, 9 is the right ventricle, 5 is the heart, 6 is the left atrium, 8 is the left ventricle. Right here, this guy, are the lungs. 11 is the posterior vena cava. 1 is the diaphragm. 15 is the bladder. 20 is the penis. 19 is the urogenital opening. 18 is the vas deferens. 16 is the testes. And 17 is the epididymus. So that is the male pig, going over both circulatory and reproductive organs. This is the female Chordata, female pig. Right here we have the pharynx, number 2. Number 1 is the esophagus. We have the liver, gallbladder, the stomach, the spleen, the pancreas. Stomach, spleen, and pancreas are all very close with one another, close proximity. 4 is the large intestine. 8 is the cecum. 5 is the small intestine. 8 is the kidney. 16 are the ovaries. 15 are the uterorenal horns or tubes. 14 is the uterus. 6 is the rectum. 17 is the vagina. And 7 is the anus. Still going. So that is the female pig. Again, circulatory and reproductive, as well as digestive organs. Moving on to the male squid, we have the caudal fin, the spermatophore sac, we have the testes right here. 1 and 1 are the branchial hearts. 3 is the systemic. This guy right here is the mantle artery. 2 are the gills. This guy right here is the penis. 7 is the siphon. 5 is the head. And 6 are the tentacles. That is the male squid. Now, if this was a female squid, we would see a ovary in this area, nidamental gland right on top of it, accessory openings for the nidamental gland. We'd have the oviduct and oviduct gland to the right of the ovary. We'd have the opening to the oviduct, which is equivalent to the opening of a vagina. And all the rest obviously would be the same, except of course the testes and the penis would be non-existent for a female squid. This is a crayfish. We have a intestine, abdomen, cephalothorax, swimmerets, and appendages. That is the exoskeleton. Those are the outer regions of the crayfish. Now, when looking at the interior, up top, closest to the head region, is the stomach. 12 in the middle is the heart. 8 is the intestine. 9 are the digestive glands. And 11 are the gills, and this is the carpus, this structure right here. That is the crayfish. And finally, we have the earthworm. This white region on the exo part of the worm is called the clitellum. End is the anus. Looking in the interior, we have the pharynx. We have 9, the hearts, as you see. Going down here, we have the dorsal blood vessel as well as the intestine. On top of here, we have the crop, which is a storage unit for food, and following that is the gizzard, which is a muscular contraction that breaks down a lot of the nutrients and food particles that the earthworm eats. 7 right here, we have the coiled nephridia, which is used in the digestive system. We have the septa, or septum, that helps locomotion and movement of fluids inside the earthworm to process accordingly. 6 and 8 right here, this black line on top of the intestine is the dorsal blood vessel, and then of course following that is the intestine. Here are the answers for the earthworm, as you can see. Squid and the crayfish. And that is the lab practical.